local Torquay town centre resident and heavy drug user, Miss Skater Parks, is on her way to deliver some crack cocaine to this man parked in a black Audi along Warren Road. As she walks past the Melville Mural, she notices a flyer on the ground that looks rather interesting. She picks it up.
I never went to school and can't read very much, but I can work out that this letter is from Torbay Council. It's asking people with problems in Melville Street to call this number. I've got lots of problems. I share my ex-boyfriend's bed at the DOS house, because I was kicked out of my flat by two women from the County Lines drugs gang. I work for them as a mule, because they pay me in heroin. I give that to my ex, so he won't beat me up. I'd like my own place again.
Your Worshipfulness, Council Leader, Mrs. Precious Love, forgive me for approaching you in your ivory tower when you are so busy. I have a woman on the telephone. She's from Melville Street, and is responding to that leaflet you decreed must be delivered through every letterbox in the region, to counter the negative comments on social media that blaspheme against liberal democracy, by accusing it of breaking a promise to tackle poverty and license Torbay's landlords to help the poor.
Heavens Manhita, how on earth has some drug-addled ne'er-do-well from Melville Street managed to get hold of my telephone number? I have always requested that my contact details are kept secret. This is outrageous. Call the town hall guards.
Forgive me, Your Worshipfulness, but you ordered that the good people of Torquay Town Centre should all receive a letter explaining how much you care for them and want to be contacted about their problems. The letter had to include your details, otherwise it would have failed to fulfill your command.
Manhita, you really don't get it. You should have set up a voicemail service, redirecting the caller to the council's website, where they have been able to register their complaints about Melville, using the bespoke service for over a year. Anything reported gets drowned in bureaucracy, and doesn't have to bother me. Wake up Manhita, the site supports my application to be crowned Great Britain's Woman of Compassion, 2022. It's certainly not meant to do what it says on the tin.
I fear the Tories who currently lie in Lady Margaret's vault beneath the town hall will rise as the next election dawns, and accuse you of lying to the people of Torbay, by breaking your promise to license Torbay's landlords, and help the poorest people, in desperate conditions. Tracy Ireland, and those other activists in the town centre, are all calling on you to do something for the community around Melville Street and Warren Road. They say things are worse now than when you came to power.
Manhita, don't you realize who you are standing before? I am Her Worshipfulness, Council Leader, Mrs. Precious Love. I can't decide whether you need to be cleansed of your vile negativity in the amazing golden waters contained in my Romanesque bathhouse, carved into the lower levels of the town hall, or whether a few turns on the medieval rack in the dungeons will do the trick. I must consider your punishment.
Thank you for chastising me, Your Worshipfulness, Council Leader, Mrs. Precious Love, and spare me from any penalty. The golden waters burn my flesh, and the rack is more than I can bear. Have mercy on my poor tongue. I fear that living on Warren Road has etched negativity into it. I beg your forgiveness and promise to change. May liberal democracy be praised.
I shall inform you of your fate later Manhita. Meanwhile, do you think that the smackhead, who is waiting on the line, might have knowledge of where my arch-nemesis, Miss Tracy Ireland, might be found, and where her secret bunker is hidden, in the foothills of Melville Hill? If I can find this out, I shall immediately program Nunu, Torbay's council's killer street cleaner, to head up Melville Street, and suck her up. Tracy Ireland will become dust in Nunu's bag.
A few moments ago, I took the liberty of sending a text message to your Chief of Command at the Yellow Order. I asked if he knows Skater Parks. His reply came promptly, saying that she is indeed on their list of people linked to Tracy Ireland and her divisive campaign to deliver change and justice to the residents of Torquay Town Centre.
On this occasion, I am prepared to converse with this skate park.
I've been waiting here for ages. You've left me with hardly any credit on my phone. Here are my problems. My home has been taken over by county lines. I'm forced to share a bed with my ex, around the corner in the DOS house, and give him heroin, so he doesn't beat me up. Fancy a life like mine, Mrs.
My child, I am filled with love for everyone in Melville Street and Warren Road. See, I have had a beautiful mural painted for you.
How can a painted wall help me solve my problems, deal with poverty in Torquay Town Centre, give people decent housing, stop desperate and dangerous people from being dumped here? How would you feel having to live in a street where people go crazy, smash windows, keep you awake, and where you are often too scared to go out? You don't live in the real world, Mrs. If you had to put up with what we do, you'd be negative too. You can't kid a kidder. You just patronize us and play politics.
I tell you this, my child, you truly underestimate the Melville Mural. It was painted with love. In times of trouble, gaze into it, with both of your eyes wide open. Believe me, you will soon start to feel engulfed by its mighty power. It will draw you in, and transform you for all time. Before you do that, I want to send Tracy Ireland a Christmas card this year. Please text me her address, and then turn to the mural, and your earthly troubles will soon become a thing of the past.